producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't wanna question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Yo, we are back. We are back once again. Earlier time than usual, but nonetheless, we are here with the NBA pod. But we're going to talk about a little bit of NFL free agency as well, beginning of the show, since NFL free agency has gone underway the last week or so. So, hey, welcome back to Baller Central. Basically, your guys here to talk everything that happens in the sports world and our own reactions to it. We also have all the stuff on audio if you don't like to watch pod, so like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, etc. We're on there. We're also live right now on our YouTube and Twitch channel, so feel free to drop a follow and turn on notifications so you know when we go live or when we upload stuff. And hey, we have a lot to talk about. So hey, before we get into that, John, how are we doing today?
Phil, I'm in a whirlwind right now because you know the Dallas Mavericks trade. I just saw someone compare that to a real life movie that already happened. It's called Major League.
Really, Major League? Yeah,
Major League. When, this widow takes over the team, but she wants to move it to a different place, so she makes the team stink on purpose. And think about it this way: you trade Luka, and then you raise ticket prices for next year. You're trying to get people not to come out. I don't mean to be like that, but
yeah, because rumors of a Las Vegas team. That's why.
Yeah, because she couldn't get what she wanted with a casino in Dallas, so she's throwing a tantrum and trading her best player. Like NBA needs to step in on this. We can't have
shout out Wild Thing.
I'm just saying. Send me a Wild Thing out. I mean, who JJ Play about to come out of retirement or something? What's going on? Phil, excite me. I don't care. I'm excited for it. It's weird, but get another Lynn Sanity down in Dallas. They make the playoffs somehow. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, imagine.
Phil. Did not look too good right now.
I would like a Wild thing to go down, but like you said, it doesn't look too good right now. And I mean, I saw a comparison of that on TikTok, and I was just like, damn, that's like real life. Major, like our life is turning into a movie, low key. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but I don't know. It feels like that sometimes. So what's up with you, Phil? How you doing? You looking very Bill-esque. You're looking very 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 Twinkland, very little shout out to the homie. Shout out
to our former intern, Mr. Showboat.
No, he facts. Appreciate nothing but love from him. But you look very Belichick-y today. How you doing?
Pretty good. My birthday was recently Sunday, so that was nice. Turned 29. Other stuff as well happened. Celtics smoked the Lakers, so always happy when that happens. Patriots spent pretty big on day one, which I haven't heard from any moves ever since that day. So we'll see.
You're wilding a little bit on that, the Patriots, but I mean, we'll get into that.
Yeah, but hey, we'll get into that as well. Other than that, NFL free agency is underway. The playoffs are near for NBA. There's like 20 less games left, so the march to the playoffs is on the way. We also have a lot to talk about. Shaq disrespecting the Pistons, Stephen A. versus LeBron, Draymond disrespecting Karl Anthony Towns, and more. So hey,
Sure.
But before we get into that, let's talk about some NFL free agency led by our very own John. So what we got?
Thank you. All right, Phil. So basically, we're going to go division by division. We're going to start with the AFC, and then we're going to finish with the NFC. Since we are both Patriots and Jet fans, we're going to start out strong. AFC East. Anybody in free agency that stands out to you, team by team? We can go. Let's go Bills first. What'd you think of their moves so far? I thought getting Joey Bosa and anchoring their defense it's a little nerve-wracking for me, but I think they're paying Josh Allen a little too much. I think it's going to be hard for them to win fully. You know what I mean? I think they still need a better wide receiver. I think re-signing Shahir to a 4-year deal was a great deal, but I don't know. My dad, when I told him Josh Allen got paid that much money, he was so happy for him. He was just like, "Oh, that's great. I can't wait."
It was the MVP.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, what'd you think? What'd you think of the Bills?
Oh, I mean, they secured their most important asset in Josh Allen to a long-term deal, which is good. And also for Joey Bosa, he's basically there for third downs. We all know they released Mr. Von Miller, who was dealing with injuries, and the same thing with Mr. Joey Bosa. He's been dealing with injuries for the last 2-3 years. He's not who he used to be, but he can help get you those important stops on third down. And
So,
whenever
Phil,
you
are
need
you
a
scared of
first
this
down.
guy?
No.
Okay.
Who's your favorite NBA? Oh, we have who's your favorite NBA team? Oh, I'm all Celtics. John is Knicks. So
The Knicks, man. Yeah.
yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute. Sorry about it.
Also, welcome, Coop. I know I've been streaming WWE recently. He's been in the stream, so shout out for coming through for the NBA pod.
Who's your favorite NFL team? We're talking NFL free agency real quick.
Yeah, really talk NBA. Yeah.
Miami really didn't make any big moves other than Zach Wilson signed there. That's quite interesting.
Finally, he's going to a team above 500. Thank God.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you want to talk about the Patriots or Jets first?
Let's go Patriots.
Okay, cool.
Day one, they made a lot of moves. Josh Dobbs signed, Matt Collins signed, Austin Hooper, Morgan Moses, Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Robert Spillane, one I liked as well, and Carlton Davis. Basically, they made a lot of moves that made them marginally better. I don't think any of these moves make them instant title contenders or playoff contenders even, but stuff to help them, get better bit by bit. I'm kind of hoping they sign Amari Cooper or Mr. Cooper Kupp, but we'll see what happens there. They also released David Andrews, which, he's aging up there and he has been dealing with injuries the last 2-3 years as well. So
that's just a crazy cut to me. I don't mean to be like that.
I mean, 49ers cut Kyle Juszczyk, so there's no loyalty.
That was also crazy to me.
Yeah, so yeah. Hopefully we get Cooper Kupp or Amari Cooper, and we draft one of the O-linemen in the first round of the NFL draft. That's what I'm hoping for. But
that's what you're looking for. Who's your favorite signing out of this?
Probably Milton Williams, because we stole him from
a lot of money. Milton Williams, by the way, you bet a lot of money. Some of these people. I don't mean that. Morgan Moses, $28 million.
Yeah. Also, Harold Landry, he's a Mike Vrabel guy, so he was a former Titan, so good we got him. But yeah, I'm just happy we got someone to help Barmore on the D line with Milton Williams. He did good in Philly, and
he did do good in Philly.
Yeah, we snatched him out of Carolina last second. So
he had a lot of. He was playing next to a lot of good people though. So I think you're right. I think you spread the money around. You spent a lot of money, but I mean. Matt Collins, I was kind of surprised with that move. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't wear shoes, and I just feel like in New England everybody wears shoes. But you're going out to get people. You know what I mean? So Milton Williams is a good pickup, though. I'm not gonna front. He's young. He's super young, and if he works out, this looks like a cheap deal. You know what I mean? Like if he becomes the anchor of your defense, that
would be nice.
That's crazy. That's what's up. All right, and then to the Jets.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll talk about the Jets. The Jets signed Justin Fields for 2 years, $40 million. I'm kind of excited about that. We added to our offensive line, added Josh Myers for a year, and a tackle. We re-signed Sherwood. Excited about that. We got Brandon Stevens from Baltimore as a replacement for DJ Reed. Kind of wish we just re-signed Reed, but it is what it is. Andre Cisco is a new safety that I'm excited about. We got him out of – how did we get Andre Cisco? Jacksonville. We got him out of Jacksonville. So I'm excited to see. We've been poaching from Jacksonville for a while. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the field. I like our signings so far. We didn't have a lot of money, so I mean, we're playing around with it. But I mean, I like the Jets adding Justin Fields. I think for a team that if they don't have an offensive line, he's got some weapons to play with, and it's not like they need to go out and dominate. They just need to be better than third place. If we could be second place, that'd be awesome. You know what I mean? If we can come in second in the division, that's what I'm rooting for. But or at least a 500 record. Like they played so bad last year that like I'm looking for stability at the head coach position. I'm looking for the offense to find a modem, even though they stumble. Like I'm okay with the offense stumbling if the defense can pick them up. Defense didn't even pick up the Jets at the end of last year, so it's just like I don't know. I like the signings, but I'm excited to see what the full picture looks like. All right, to the AFC North.
Yep.
All right, Hopkins to the Ravens.
Pretty much, yeah.
They also re-signed their fullback, and then they added a tackle.
I think we both agree that they probably need a legit wide receiver one at this stage of his career. Hopkins probably like a 2 or 3, and Zay Flowers I don't believe is a wide receiver one, so they definitely need a bona fide.
I believe Zay is a 2-1-ish. I think adding a 1 would open up Zay Flowers to be a 1. You know what I mean? I know that sounds crazy, but it's a lot like the Houston deal with Collins and all those wide receivers down there. A lot of them get injured, so it's hard to see it, but like they play off of each other because like when one gets double covered, it frees up other zones for the others. So it just I like this signing for Baltimore, but they need another wide receiver, like a serious wide receiver.
True.
To get signed to here.
Yeah.
Next, Cincinnati. Other than franchising T. Higgins and
they re-signed most of those guys. So.
Yeah. BJ Hill was somebody I thought the Jets were going to go after. He signed there again for $33 million. I mean, they re-signed a lot of their guys. They re-signed Gesicki. You know what I mean? They re-signed Pirine.
Hendrickson's most likely out the door though. So thanks.
Yeah, he's on the block. But I mean, I don't know where he's going. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if he's getting moved for anything more than a 4th round pick. I know that's crazy to say because he's a great DN, but I just like the fact that there couldn't be markets for Cooper Kupp or Aaron Rodgers is crazy. You know what I mean? Because of the money. All right. The Browns basically just re-signed Myles Garrett for a lot of money.
He said, I do not care about winning. Forget everything I said. Just give me my money.
I mean, he signed like an insane contract, $40 million a year to sign with the Browns. Yeah, I don't need to win a Super Bowl if I'm making $40 million a year. But Kenny Pickett got added to the Browns. They did a little backup quarterback swap. So I think Cleveland still needs to sign somebody, or they might draft somebody.
Everybody, good Lord.
Or like, yeah, I mean, this team 2 years ago made the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say they are. Like, I'm not trying to say that they're making the playoffs next year, but I'm not trying to say they're not far off. Like, Myles Garrett didn't, like, his defense is still good. You know what I mean? Can his offense come in and produce? Can you draft a rookie that does the same thing as Jane Daniels did last year? Yeah. You know, a rookie that takes care of the offense. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Because they're pretty much always playing for a wild card because we know the probably the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Ravens are all better than them.
Yeah, I would agree with that, no doubt. I'm just saying, like, they are in probably the best division in football. You know what I mean? Where they're competitive enough that even though they suck, they can somehow make the wild card.
Yeah.
But, all right, then you want to go to Pittsburgh? They're still waiting on the quarterback decision between Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. They traded for DK Metcalf.
And Russell Wilson's in Cleveland right now talking, so, hey.
I mean, act fast, especially with the Giants. We'll get there in a minute. But Darius Slay signed there. I like what Pittsburgh is doing. They're slowly but surely getting good. And their defense was already good before this, so I feel that. I mean, I'm not trying to say Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson makes them a contender, but I do think they compete. They can compete with Baltimore from time to time.
I mean, they would split with them, so yeah. We'll see if who they got a quarterback, because I'm pretty sure that will.
Who would you want for Pittsburgh? Who do you think would make them the most dynamic? Because they have DK Metcalf and George Pickens, so like realistically, you have to like give them that at least.
It looks like Aaron Rodgers because we saw what we did with Russell Wilson. That didn't work out fully, so yeah, it has to be Aaron Rodgers at this point.
But think about
he's a better quarterback at his stage of his career.
Yeah, but think about this: Aaron Rodgers, or I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. And I think Aaron Rodgers would do well on this team. But at the same time, Russell Wilson played with DK Metcalf and played with George Pickens separately, and because he's got that relationship with both of them, I don't know why Pittsburgh's not jumping over that.
Plus, I heard Metcalf had like beef for Russell Wilson, and I think Kenny
Really?
mentioned this. I don't think he would. I don't think he would have stayed. He would have signed if he knew Russell Wilson was going to stay there.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But I don't know.
Because there's a reason why. I don't know. All I heard was that they had beef. So
they did have beef at one point, but at the same time, like if Boston can bury their beef, Seattle can bury their beef.
Hey, we'll see. What we got for the South?
The South. All right. Houston Texans made some moves. They signed Braxton Berrios. They signed or they traded for CJ Gardner-Johnson. They traded away their tackle.
Tunzel, yeah.
Yeah, because they're having some problems. They signed Judson Watson. That was kind of interesting. They signed Lakeland Tomlinson. That was also kind of interesting. I'm kind of I don't know. I'm not. A lot of people have been down on what Houston's been doing this offseason, and don't get me wrong, they're not done, but like they're making some minor moves that are Sheldon rankings. I mean, it's just some of these guys I really like. You know what I mean, Phil? What do you think about Houston, AFC South?
Yeah, they made some small moves. Christian Kirk, obviously his time in Jacksonville is done. I'm worried about their O-line just because they lost like 3 people.
I like Lakeland Tomlinson though. I mean, he's a Jet. He was good. He's a solid dude. But
yeah, losing 3 starters and now making a new makeshift O-line, I think it's gonna be trouble, especially with a lot of good defenses in their division as well.
Yeah, that's a fact. But at the same time, I'm just saying I think they knew they had a problem and they wanted to break it down, and that's what they did. You know what I mean? They just knocked down their wall, and they need to build it the hell back up. Otherwise, you're right. They're gonna have a problem in this division. But all right, you want to go to the Colts? They signed Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, Tre'Davious Ward, and Cam Bynum. I think they definitely improved their secondary with guys like Ward and Bynum because Bynum was like one of the lead guys for that Minnesota defense who was crazy last year. And
he signed away from Minnesota. I mean, he was that dude. Yeah, I know, but still, it's just crazy.
And Daniel Jones versus Anthony Richardson, QB competition.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I think they push each other. I think that's a good signing.
Yep. So hey, we'll see how that turns out.
All right. So next is Jacksonville Jaguars. What did they do?
Not much, if we're gonna be honest.
Honestly.
Yeah.
They released Evan Ingram. That's crazy. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, yeah, Evan Ingram. Yeah. Evan Ingram. They lost Christian Kirk. They basically lost people, so they didn't sign anyone too important. So.
Yeah, and it's not like they added somebody that like I'd be concerned about. You know what I mean? They lost a couple people. They lost somebody to the Jets too. I thought was pretty good. Yeah, all right, so yeah, I mean, I think we're still waiting on Jacksonville. They got to make some moves still, but I mean, they brought in a safety, Eric Murray. You know what I mean? Decent guy. I don't know. Yeah. All right, moving on to Tennessee. Other than overpaying for Dan Moore Jr., this team also hasn't done much. They got Van Jefferson on a 1-year deal.
Kevin Zeitler.
Kevin Zeitler. Well. They got a decent punter in Johnny Heckler. So I mean, this team is rebuilding. They're the worst team in the NFL last year, so I think they do something with their number 1 pick, if not trade back. But they haven't made that many moves. And I mean, to be fair, I don't think they had that much money to begin with. All right, so let's move on to the AFC West. Denver Broncos. They added Evan Ingram.
They made a lot of good moves.
They added the safety from the 49ers.
And the linebacker.
And the linebacker, Greenlaw. I can't say Hoofa. How do you say that? Hufanga. Thank you. Apologies. And yeah, Jared Stidham signed as a backup too. So I kind of like what Denver's doing, at least. Yeah, so good for them. Next, move on to the Kansas City Chiefs.
They basically just re-signed people, and they also they got.
Thank God they keep Nick Bolton. Dude, Nick Bolton is all over the field for them.
Yeah. Also Jalen Moore is nice signing as well to build up the O line because they got rid of Thuney.
Yeah.
And Trey Smith, they kept Trey Smith. That was good as well.
That was pretty good. Well, they got Elijah Mitchell on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown on a 1-year deal. It's not bad. I mean, it's decent. All right, on to the Las Vegas Raiders. They traded for Geno Smith. They signed Molster as their running back.
Max Crosby came back, surprisingly.
Max Crosby came back, so there's that.
Yeah, these people don't want to win. They just want money at this point.
I mean,
Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, there's no way you say, I want to win, and then I want to build a winning culture, and then go back to your terrible last teams. I'm sorry. That's just.
I hear you.
They saw the money. They said, never mind.
I'm not counting Las Vegas out yet. I'm not counting. I think I don't like Denver, dude. And I mean, I don't think we can move on to the Chargers after this, but I don't think that like the Chargers moves were that much better. You know what I mean?
I mean, but also the Chargers had 10 plus wins last year. There's not much they can do.
No, I get that.
The Raiders are still the worst team in their division.
Yeah, they were, but not the year before. So
now they are
holding on to 2 years from now. I know it's dumb, but I think the Chargers regress and I think the Broncos regress. I don't know. Maybe they do better. I mean, I like what the Broncos have been doing, so maybe they get better, but I don't know. All right, ready to move on to the NFC?
Yep.
All right, NFC East, the Cowboys. What have they done?
They just got Javonte Williams and
they signed Turpin.
Kyle Elam. And they got Kenneth Murray, linebacker for the Titans.
And Williams, yeah. So, yeah, and they let Rico Dow go to Carolina for nothing. So
yeah, after they signed Javonte Williams, it's pretty much at the end of that, and they're probably going to want they're probably going to want Mr. What's his name, Ashton Jetty. So we'll see how that goes.
Hold on for 1 second.
Gotcha. Let's see, also have the Giants as well. They're still waiting to hear from a call from Mr. Aaron Rodgers to see where they go. I don't think he should go there, but we'll see what happens with that. They got Tommy DeVito. They got big play Darius Slayton back. Chauncey Golston. Paulson Adebo from the Saints. Nice little corner. Javon Holland. Good safety to add. Basically, they did some great or good ads on defense, pretty much.
They did.
Let's see. Philly. They traded for DTR. They got the Quad brothers in on the same team, Saquon Barkley, AJ Dillon. So that running game, especially on the 1 yard line, is going to be very dangerous.
We're talking about Philly. Did we already talk about the Giants?
Oh yeah, sorry, we gotta speed it up a little bit.
I know we gotta speed it up. I get you, but hold on, let's go back to the Giants for a second.
Go ahead.
I like Holland. I like what they're doing on defense, but the fact that they signed Steve Slayton for almost the exact amount of money they signed Saquon Barkley for last year for the Eagles is kind of. Phil, do you see that?
It's hilarious, yeah.
It's very, as a Giants fan, it hurts. It's like you really couldn't spend the money from last year into this year, and you really wasted it. So, I mean, I don't know. The Giants are making okay moves, but nothing too out of the park really yet. All right, so we're on to the Eagles. They didn't do anything. They got pillaged.
Yeah, but knowing how Howie Roseman's going to be, he's probably going to go look for some bargain deals and probably sign people in the draft. So I'm pretty sure the replacements will be in the draft.
Sure. He'll probably draft well. All right, on to Washington. They re-signed Marcus Mariota. They brought back Zach Ertz.
Traded for Debo and got Larry Tunzel. They definitely got some moves to improve the offense.
They brought back a lot of their veterans too. They brought back Tress Way. They brought back Bobby Wagner. I think this team is like poising for a run.
They also got some former Patriots as well, and Jonathan Jones and Dietrich Wise. So the defense, they made a lot of good moves on offense and defense. Javon Kinlaw as well.
Yeah, I like Kinlaw as a signing. Larry Tunzel. I think that trade was pretty good.
Great. So we got what? NFC North?
NFC North, that's what's next. We'll start with the Browns or the Bears. The Bears basically upgraded their offensive line. They signed Joe Tooney. They signed Drew Dolan. They got another guard from Los Angeles. So I mean, they're really revamping their offensive line and their defensive line.
Great,
at least so far. What do you think about them? What do you think about the Bears? Do you think this is really helping them? Like they have last year. They didn't have the offensive line, and now all they're focusing on is offense and defensive line. So, you think this elevates them?
Yeah,
'Cause this might
absolutely.
be the new best division of football.
Yeah,
Like it's between this and the AFC. I get damn. Is it really the North in both?
pretty much.
Wow.
But yeah, they're giving Mr. Caleb Williams more time to throw to get protection. So absolutely was definitely one of the top priorities in the offseason / draft. So I like those moves for the Bears.
Grady Jarrett as well. That was a great move.
Yep.
All right.
Besides for the Lions, it's pretty much just DJ Reed.
Yeah, DJ Reed was an amazing signing for them. So
yeah, they lost Carlton Davis to the Patriots. So DJ Reed is a nice replacement.
You know what's crazy is that Green Bay actually did sign some people. So Aaron Banks, a guard, Nate Hopkins, a corner. They made some moves in free agency, and I was kind of surprised about that. I'm not saying they don't normally, but sometimes they are timid with certain teams. You know what I mean? At least with Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. So good for them. On to Minnesota. They re-signed Aaron Jones. They brought in Ryan Kelly for a 2-year deal. That's pretty good. They brought in Jonathan Allen for a 3-year deal. That was a pretty good move. I mean, yeah, I think this is another team that's trying to send it. Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit. These might be the 3 best teams in the NFC next year.
It depends on JJ McCarthy, but
I hear you. I'm just saying.
Especially coming off an injury,
is that good? If he's that good though, Phil, like if he was what he was in the preseason when he played 2 games, then everyone was like, oh, okay, this guy can kind of play a little bit. Like if he's that guy, this is a playoff team.
It depends. He's coming off a torn ACL or a torn Achilles.
I hear you, but he plays inside in a dome. He's got no weather restrictions. He's got a full team. The Vikings are really doing what they need to do. So I mean, good for them. All right, ready? NFC South.
Yep.
Atlanta Falcons. I think their biggest signing was Leonard Floyd. I mean, they re-signed Jake Matthews. Did Kenny have anything to say about this? Any insight?
He was upset they lost Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But Leonard Floyd's a nice, decent pickup. He said
he is. Yeah, I like that he comes home. I think that there are a lot of good homecomings in the NFC South, so that was cool. All right, moving on to the Carolina Panthers. They added Rico Dowell. I don't know why they added Rico Dowell. They had a couple other signings.
They based Trevor Moehrig, former Raider. That was a nice move. But yeah, they just have a room full of running backs now. Miles Sanders, Jonathan Brooks got injured again, so they're kind of screwed at running back now. So yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's why they picked up Rico Dowell as a backup, but because they
maybe a starter at this point. Who knows?
No, they'll give it to Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard's their dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot Chuba Hubbard's there. Yeah.
So it's just like they just re-signed him to a 4-year deal last year in the middle of the season. So it's just like I think Jonathan Brooks is a bust, and yeah, I mean at least fantasy wise, that's all I'm trying to bring up. And I think it's crazy how they got outbid by the Patriots for that one DN. But hey, what you gonna do? Carolina's doing pretty good so far. All right, moving on to New Orleans. The fact that Cam Jordan's coming back is a big plus for them. The fact that they re-signed Chase Young.
Lawrence don't think so.
What? I mean, you don't think so? Lawrence doesn't think so?
Lawrence wants him gone, yeah.
Lawrence doesn't like Cam Jordan? Dude.
Because he is, 15th year in the season.
Sure.
He definitely passes prime a lot.
Well, they use him more than Joey Bosa should be used in Buffalo. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Yeah. He just wants them to wipe the books completely because there's so much in debt. It's crazy. That's what
I get that. I totally get that. Especially, yeah. But I mean, what does he think about the Justin Reed signing? I really like that signing.
Yeah. He liked that and the Patriots' former DL Devon Godchow signing getting traded there as well.
Yeah, that does look pretty good. Yeah. All right, well, cool. All right, and then move on. The last team in this division is Tampa Bay. They re-signed Chris Godwin. I thought that was a crazy, amazing signing. They brought in Hassan Reddick. I thought that was
stole him from the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, stole a couple. I mean, I think. Yeah.
The Patriots offered him $20 million more, but he wanted to stay because of the nice weather and the no taxes. So understandable.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
He's probably gonna retire there.
Yeah, they re-signed Kyle Trask as a backup. Decent stuff from them. All right, on to the NFC West, the last division. We got Jacoby Brissett. They brought in as a backup. This team didn't do much. Phil. They brought in Josh Sweat. That's probably their best signing.
Yeah.
Okay. You have anything to say on the Cardinals?
Yeah, Josh Sweat was nice after the defense. They added some O-line help for Colin Murray as well. So, hey, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool. All right, Los Angeles Rams. They brought in Jimmy Garoppolo as a backup. They re-signed Matthew Stafford. They agreed to another deal. They brought in Devontae Adams, re-signed Tutu Atwell. This team's doing some stuff. How much stuff? Not so much because I don't like that they're releasing Cooper Kupp, but money's money, and I get it.
Yeah, hey, Devontae Adams is a huge upgrade over Cooper Kupp, so we'll take it.
Sure, I think Cooper Kupp goes somewhere and does something, and I think Devontae Adams could get shied away in that offense, and I'm a little bit afraid for him for that. But on to San Francisco, they got pillaged. They didn't really add too many people.
Mac Jones.
They added Mac Jones as a backup.
Yeah. So they got everyone on their defense is gone. Deebo Samuel, Kyle Juszczyk,
gone.
Elijah Mitchell gone. So if CMC gets hurt, oof.
You could write a song about how many players are gone on this team.
Yep.
It could be a country song. Just go.
They brought back Robert Saleh just to take away his whole defense.
Facts.
Tragic.
And it's insane because I don't mean to be like that, but who's competing in this division? You got Arizona, you got the Rams, and you got the Seahawks who just re-signed. All right, the Seahawks just re-signed Sam Darnold after trading Geno Smith away, but then also traded DK Metcalf away. So who is Sam Darnold?
It's the Rams division.
Yeah, I mean it really is. It is the Rams division to lose, bro, and it's crazy. I mean, I think if we're going to do a sneaker pick, it might be Arizona. It might be Rams Arizona. But
I agree.
San Francisco just sold, and Seattle, I don't trust them. I trust the Raiders more than I trust Seattle.
Told you, I said that last year, but
no, but I mean, you don't like Geno Smith. That is, I don't mean to be like that, but
I don't like Seattle in general.
I guess.
I mean, and look what happened. I was right.
I hear you. Nah, you were kind of right.
They didn't make the playoffs.
You're iffy. They didn't make the playoffs, but they played decent. I mean, they had a hard stretch at the end of the year. I hear what you're saying, but yeah. I like the Rams and Cardinals in this division so far. Well, it depends because JSN is the only wide receiver there because the Seahawks they traded away DK and they released Tyler Lockett. So I think that's where Cooper Kupp might end up is Seattle.
Oh, he better not.
Why not? Why don't you think so?
Because he's going to be fighting for his life there as well.
It is what it is. I mean, I don't think he's fighting for his life. I just don't think that the Rams threw to him.
No, he did. He was that injured. He's broken down.
I was watching those Rams. They barely threw to him. They gave him 3 targets a game. He would play the whole fucking game, Phil.
Because he's having trouble with separation because of injuries.
No, but he wasn't. He was used as the decoy for 5 of those games. I'm just saying, throw him the ball. As somebody, remember, I don't mean to be like that, but we bet on sports. You know what I mean? So we pay attention to little stupid things. And I'm telling you, they didn't throw to him at all last year. And that was, I get it. He probably is declining. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think they got sick of the injuries. And they didn't
also the Seahawks signing Sam Darnold after, the biggest letdowns of 2 biggest games of his career. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's no expectations in Seattle anyway, so
they could bring back Kirk Cousins.
Who?
The Vikings. That's something that hasn't been talked about yet. That's something that has not been talked about.
They're also in the mix for Aaron Rodgers as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Who's not? But I mean, I don't even know where Aaron Rodgers goes. I assume he would go to the Giants, but at the same time, maybe he wants more money from Pittsburgh, and then I don't know.
And Russell Wilson's still in play, so there's plenty of quarterbacks left as well.
And that's where it's I really do question the beef thing with Russell and DK, because if there is no beef, that seems like the perfect fit. That seems like somebody who can run an offense, but I don't know. I don't know.
So that's our NFL recap for free agency.
Big facts.
So we're going to go through the NBA section now. Obviously, NFL free agency is going on, and there will be some more moves and changes, and feel free to follow us on the socials for those updates. So we got a lot to go over for the NBA. Draymond Green, Brunson and LeBron getting injured, Jokic triple-double, Celtics, Lakers, Shaq, and Stephen A. Let's start off with Draymond Green.
Okay, cool.
So Draymond Green reportedly on his podcast with Baron Davis, he said Karl-Anthony Towns missed a game against the Warriors just because he's afraid of Jimmy Butler or some type of bullshit like that, even though Cat's beaten Jimmy Butler. Like, he has a winning record against him in the last 6 or 7 games.
I hear you. I know the situation. Yep.
So then a report came out, Cat missed the game due to wife's friend passing, so he was there to console her, obviously. And when told about that, he just said, "Oh, that's tragic, but the Draymond show must go on." Basically, being an asshole, even though the thing he said he was reported to was wrong. So, yeah, Draymond is turning to the sports media that he hated and criticized when he wasn't a podcaster. So,
well, and that's where I think the humanity of it is. Like, you can't. It's so hard to judge people for what they think of you or their criticisms. But when you get something wrong on your podcast that you are considering sports media because you are that good within the game you play, you know what I mean? You would think you would want to get that right. And I think that's where it's disappointing, at least for, let's say, a fan of me who we do a podcast. We talk about Draymond Green from time to time. We talk about the Warriors. And
yeah.
I wish it'd be better. You know what I mean? I wish Draymond Green took responsibility and said, that was a bad moment for me. I'm going to reflect. I'm not going to be as harsh next time, or maybe try to start a story when there is no story. You know what I mean?
I just got an alert for Cooper Kupp. The Seahawks and the Jaguars are suitors for him. So
what did I just say?
Crazy.
What did I just say, dog?
I thought Kupp would want to go on like not a winning franchise, but someone better. But
dude, the Jaguars would be a decent fit.
Yeah,
I kind of like them.
Next up, Jalen Brunson is out for 2 weeks with an ankle injury after the Lakers and Knicks game. So it's gonna be a lot of shifting and rotating around for the Knicks. What do you think the Knicks game plan should be for the next 2 weeks without Brunson for the playoff push?
Dude, that's a good question.
Josh Hart said we're playing better defense.
What?
Josh Hart said jokingly, we're playing better defense because he's not on the court.
And you gotta love Josh Hart. You know what I mean? He had a heart of the Knicks. You know what I mean? So you gotta love him for it. But it just, I love their relationship, but I also, as a Knicks fan, don't want to get caught up in the drama. You know what I mean? And there's a little drama between those two. You know what I mean? So in a way, I do think time without Brunson does make them more efficient. You know what I mean? I need to see Deuce McBride have the ball more. Why is he not playing more? I kind of agree in a sense, at least with some of the things. Not a lot, but because realistically, facts wise, they're playing just as much as Jason Tatum, or you know what I mean? Good players are going to play a lot. Efficiency wise. I'm just saying they are.
Yeah, I mean,
I do agree with that with Tibbs. No offense. There are players that play more frequently. Before Wembanyama got injured, he played a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, technically, Mikal is the leading minutes getter, and Josh Hart. Both of them are like 1 and 2 in minutes played in the NBA.
Yeah, it's like valedictorian, salutatorian. You know what I mean? Like there's a small line.
Yeah, the Knicks have like 3 top 10 players in minutes played. I think each team has like 1 each.
I hear that. But at the same time, like, I don't know.
Honestly, for me, the bench needs to be used more. I mean, I made a video about it last night about the whole what Mikal reportedly said because Tibbs turned it down. But yeah, I mean, you have someone like a Miles McBride that could be a somewhat decent point guard. You have Cam Payne on there. You have people that you can pull up from the G League or free agency.
We have.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I don't. And to be fair, maybe we need to talk more just about how like people should create an NBA roster. But I kind of agree with his point somewhat because like Mikal Bridges, like what would you classify him? A wing?
Yeah, guard or wing.
A guard or wing, right? So like
big guard or a wing, yeah.
Yeah. So realistically, like if OG's hurt or if our wings are hurt, you know what I mean, versus our big men or our centers or like let's say guards, you know what I mean? Like I would say they devise into 3 categories, and right now there's an injury within the wings, there's an injury within the big men. You know what I mean? That's why Cat has to play center more. And now technically with Brunson out for a little bit, there's sometimes an injury within like the guards now, maybe not so much with the big men. So it's like I think there's been a lot of like I think there has been movement on the rotation, but at the same time, Tibbs is nervous to move off of some of those starters sometimes. And I do agree with you that should come up with some criticism, but at the same time, who hit the game winner in double OT? Mikal Bridges. You know what I mean? Because he had to play. He had to
Who
hit
else is
that
going
shot.
to?
You know what I mean? Dog, would you want to go to triple OT? Come on. I'm just saying we could play everybody on the bench and go to triple OT, but I don't know. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because I think because it was against Portland, I believe, which Josh Hart used to play for them.
And if he needs more rest, maybe it's a him thing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe he does.
Damn,
Maybe he
yeah.
does need a little bit more rest.
OG played for 43 minutes. Josh Hart played for 42, and Mikal Bridges played for 40. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go to double OT.
Yeah, I mean, and I look at the people who didn't play. Preston Chu only played 8 minutes. Campaign 14. Mitchell Robinson 18. Shaman 19. And there's like 5 coaches' decisions. PJ Tucker could have played like 2-3 minutes.
Dude, I like that they got PJ Tucker on a 10-day. I'm be honest with you. I think that we needed that. We needed some veteran help to be like, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's a bad time for injuries to creep up, especially when you guys are trying to make a playoff push.
Sure. I'm looking at it from the opposite lens. I'm looking at it like Jalen Brunson is such a bucket sucker. No offense, Jalen Brunson, love you to death. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like sometimes like the offense revolves around him, and like when he's not on and then everybody else isn't on, the Knicks just can't play well at all. You know what I mean? And right now, without him, learn how to play without him. You know what I mean? Learn how to play when he's sitting on the bench. You know what I mean? Because you still can't do it. And there are teams in this league that have amazing stars that do well that just don't have a plan for that. And I think that I totally get what you're saying with like maybe you need to like get a better rotation in there. You know what I mean? Or get more people more time, because like why not? Like that's the purpose of what we're talking about anyways. Like that, like I rather give like someone like Anchua versus like a little bit more time, because what happens when the playoff comes and Mitchell Robinson gets hurt again, and then he hasn't played, or OG, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just I don't know. I think it's where it's a good like on and off, and maybe we do need to change up our lineup a little bit more. Maybe we need to play more small and then more tall. So it's like I think it's a give and take, but it's hard not to play people like Josh Hart. It's hard not to play people like Karl Anthony Towns. You know what I mean? Like they're your best players. You want to play them the most. You know what I mean? I totally get it, but I also agree with what you're saying. All right, let's move on. Sorry about it. I'm OG talking. Apologies.
Oh no, you're good. Next up, we're gonna skip some stuff, but Shaq versus Detroit. So I'm guessing Shaq still has some feelings about Detroit beating him in the finals that one year. But yeah, he said, I think because he said stuff on his podcast that day and on Inside the NBA, he basically said, Detroit basketball, how are they doing, et cetera, et cetera. He thought they were like 6 or 7 games under 500 when Adam Lefko, Bleacher Report personality, someone I like personally as a personality for sports. He does a lot of Madden stuff as well, but he says, he corrected him, saying they're actually 6 or 7 games above 500, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
And then Shaq just completely dismissed him, saying, that doesn't mean anything to me. I don't really care about it. If they're not in playoff contention, if they're not going like having the best record in the league, it doesn't matter to me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which they went from being one of the worst teams last year to being,
in the talks
of a 4th seed right now in the East.
Sure.
So, yeah. But then fast forward to that later tonight on Inside the NBA, he was saying that the Pistons are doing a good job, et cetera, et cetera. He said Chauncey Billups is doing a great job over there in Detroit, which Candace paused him and said, "Who did you say?" Et cetera, et cetera, Chauncey Billups, because he's the current coach in Portland right now. So, so he got that wrong, and he said, okay, and I don't watch Detroit basketball. So, yeah, he basically disrespected, the real coach of the Detroit Pistons, JB Bickerstaff, who the Pistons had 12 to 13 wins in March. And they obviously tripled that from now.
Sure.
And they had like 12, 13 wins in the first 2 months. So, yeah, this was, I believe it was completely disrespectful to not only Detroit basketball, but the man who was the head coach and leading the charge in Detroit and JB Bickerstaff. So, who's in the coach of the year contention. So yeah, I think this is one of the main reasons why sports media has taken such a hit. Just because the analysts, like we thought, for Shaq, who's a legend in the game, doesn't even watch like basketball for certain stuff and just talks randomly out his mouth. So it's a huge hit for sports media.
Hey, that's my boy from Newark. That's my boy from Newark, Shaquille O'Neal. I hear what you're saying, but that's so. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Detroit, so.
You know what he once said? He was on Ellen, and he admitted he once said, "I don't think black people drink coffee," because he was talking about like investing in Starbucks.
Yeah,
and he was just like, "Black people don't drink coffee or whatever," and then like Starbucks became a thing. And when he says, I go into Starbucks now and all I see is black people. And he was like, what did it say? Like, and that's what I take from his statements now. He's talking and he doesn't understand what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't understand how wrong he is right now for criticizing Detroit when, like you said, they were a horrible team last year and they willed themselves to a top 4 team. So far, you know what I mean? They could fall a little bit, no doubt. But I mean, it's
4, 5, 6 all have the same record. So yeah,
you know what I mean? Like exactly. Like so, I mean, and like no offense, but top 4 is one of the best teams in that like league. You know what I mean? Like it is top 4. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's anything to sniff at. I think Shaq is very wrong here. I agree with you. I don't want to give him that much heart criticism because my boy from Newark. You know what I mean? Love him. So, but. I mean, come on, Phil.
I mean, if he completely disrespected JB Bickerstaff, so
he did. He did. I
can't rock with that. Yeah,
I hear you. Yeah, and he did it. Why he do it? I don't know. Technically, it's an homage to when Detroit was good because the last time they won was under. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
But at the same time, I totally see the insult. So it is what it is. Right. Let's move on.
Now,
sorry.
The main event, Stephen A. versus LeBron James. Stephen A. has been on a press tour talking about his altercation with LeBron. He's also had a reunion with Mr. Skip Bayless, which was very interesting to see. But yeah, all this over, Bronny James, his son, which, I mean, LeBron James is a dad. He has to defend his son. But also LeBron did kind of set up Bronny by saying LeBron, I think it was like last year, or last summer, saying LeBron is better than half these cats in the league right now, which you definitely set Bronny up for that. But for me,
that's a bad comparison.
But with the whole LeBron confronting Stephen A., it's basically like a Chris Rock, Will Smith situation. Keep my son's name out your mouth, etc., etc.
Do you really think LeBron's Will Smith here?
I mean, technically, he's defending his son, like his wife.
He is defending his son. No, but what I'm saying is Will Smith crossed the line. You know what I mean? LeBron James crossed the line.
I'm just talking about the whole him. I'm just talking about him defending someone perspective, like him slapping someone.
Yeah, I get that. The
vision was there, the execution was not. Yeah, for Will Smith, yes.
Like if Will Smith went up to Chris Rock and was like, "Hey, bro, that was fucked up. Like my wife got really sad or whatever," and then walked back to a seat and didn't hit him. We're talking about a different story here. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm saying that in that comparison of him defending someone, a loved one, pretty much. Yeah, but also with Stephen A. He also lied a lot.
Well, you also can't have the platform you have and say you want to get paid the money you have, and then no offense, he did attack Bronny. Like, I don't mean to be like that. Like, I get the fact that he is LeBron James' son. I get the fact that you don't believe he should be in the NBA. But at the same time, the Lakers took him with their second round pick. Bronny wasn't getting taken by anybody. It doesn't matter that he made a team. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter that he made the Lakers. They took him. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I get what you're saying about how the only reason they took him is because of the LeBron James son. Yeah. Giannis played with his brothers, Phil. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, the Knicks signed one of Giannis's brothers in hopes of Giannis signing with the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I think Stephen A. is somebody who blew nepotism way out of the water. Like, it was an interesting segment, but he keeps talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, who do you think is more wrong in this situation? Is it LeBron or is it?
Personally, I think they're both wrong.
Sure.
But I think it's more on Stephen A. Just because, like, you criticized Bronny, even you lied about criticizing Bronny as well. He went on a world tour, Gilbert Arenas podcast. He went on there, Fox News. He's going everywhere. He's saying, "Oh, I held my breath. I didn't say shit about Bronny," when there's like legitimate proof that you did. Even before his heart attack.
Yeah,
because they were criticizing
that heart attack.
No, Bronny did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When he had that cardiac arrest. Yeah, my bad.
Plus, Stephen A. Smith has been very critical.
Qualify that as a full heart attack, though? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got you.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith has criticized Bronny on his play, but what about, we haven't heard anything about, our favorite guy, our favorite rookie, Alex Sarr. We haven't heard anything about Zachary Ricochet. We haven't heard anything about Stephen Castle, Zach Edey, Donovan Clingan.
That's a great point.
And Reed Shepard, who's on the Houston Rockets, who's averaging basically the same amount as Bronny in the NBA. And all these players, even the picks 50 through 60, which Bronny was drafted 55, they're doing similar or even worse than he is. Not a word at all.
And that's my point. That's my point with like you can be annoyed that they took Lebron or Bronny James at the end of the day, but it's not like he's playing that much worse than other people. You know what I mean?
This is a bad rookie class, right?
Reed
Shepard's averaging 3.6 points in the NBA.
And I mean, like, there are down years. Like, we just saw, like, Scooter, I can't remember. Scooter Henderson. Yeah. In Portland. Year, Dude, I just saw him last night. He was going off. Compared to last year, or his rookie year, he was raw.
And granted, I think Bronny's averaging in the G League like 22, 5, and 5. So
why does he not? That's where it's like, it blows my mind where you're like, he doesn't deserve a shot. He's averaging 22, 5, and 5.
In the G League, yeah.
You would bring him up on a 10-day. You would have to. All right. And no offense, but Linsanity exists because teams just have holes. They do. Knicks never had a point guard. It's just, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think Bron needs to get better at that. I think he needs to become more of a point guard. You know what I mean? Because of his size. But I do believe he is an NBA talent. At least a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not, but I think he deserves to be there. Phil, you want to talk about anything else? I know that was the main course, but you want to talk about the Lakers?
Speaking of LeBron, LeBron is set to miss a couple games or a couple stuff in March just because of a groin strain injury against the Celtics. Obviously, the Celtics won the game. It was pretty much belt to ass the whole game. The Lakers did a late comeback, but without LeBron, he left at the beginning of the fourth quarter due to the groin injury. Luka was pretty much getting the ball ripped from the whole game, but had a good fourth quarter to help save his stats.
Was Luka not? I mean, you see
the
fire that's there. You know what I mean?
The first 2 quarters he was struggling, but the fourth quarter he turned up. Basically, he was basically putting garbage time stats in.
Wow, no, Phil, you believe in garbage time stats? Come on.
I mean, they're down like 20 at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Would you not want him? You'd want him to not play and like literally have garbage stats over
the reason why I'm calling it garbage time stats because he wasn't doing that when the game was close the first half of the game.
Sure. I mean, you also, I'm assuming Mazzulla in a way pulled some of his starters at a point.
Somewhat, yeah. Because Luka was basically getting all those stats when the game was like nearly over.
Sure. And I get that, but at the same time, it's just like that's Mazzulla's choice. And Mazzulla made a good choice. He's a great coach. Where'd he come from?
It's
West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah. I remember because I think him and Wade faced off before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean for the Lakers, no LeBron for like a week or two. So Luka's gonna get ready to carry this team. Jackson Hayes was injured as well, so the center position might be a little thin. But yeah, we're gonna see what life will look like post LeBron.
That's their fault. They shouldn't have. I don't mean to go back and be like that, but like, do you still decline that center? I can't remember when he failed that physical. Like, do you think he actually
Mark Williams?
Yeah.
He has been out some games here and there,
but he played against the Lakers. Like when they played, you know what I mean? So just like what I'm saying is like, wouldn't you want that trade? Like, is Dalton Connect doing well?
He's doing decent. Yeah, the Lakers doctors failed his physical, so I don't know what happened.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, they must have saw something that they were like, yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
we are good. So good right now.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, I'm hoping for the worst for the Lakers, losing games wise, not injury wise, because that's never a good thing to wish upon. But yeah,
Sure.
I'm hoping they're at 3 seed right now. I'm hoping they fall to the 6 or 7 seed.
I'm hoping they go to the finals against y'all. If we don't knock you out before you go to the
Well,
finals, I hope you face the freaking Lakers.
OKC might have a word or two to say about that because they are now the title favorites odd wise, and they've been looking pretty good. So
They have been looking
OKC
pretty good, freaking amazing.
They beat Boston last night, so yeah. At Boston,
really good.
Yep. Well, J-Dub too. Jalen Williams was missing. He was injured out for the game with a hip injury.
That's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying to watch the best teams like beat other great teams with missing players because it just ensures me that the Knicks are not a great team yet.
Yeah,
because they don't beat anybody. I mean, they beat decent teams, but
just not anyone with a top 3 record.
I want to talk about it. Yeah. Not anyone with the top. Well, no, it was more top 2, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, if you're the Celtics, the Thunder, or the Cavs, no.
I mean, honestly, the Lakers, so you can add that.
Oh yeah, I mean Lakers too. So yeah, if you're 4 of the top teams in the NBA, no.
Oh my God, why you gotta be like that?
Basically, yeah, that's what it is. I'm saying
it's all right.
So yeah, hey, last word.
Do some things.
Last word before we head out.
Where will Aaron Rodgers go?
Pittsburgh, hopefully, if he's smart.
Or the Giants, maybe. I'm excited to see who the Giants get. No, you're not. I'm sorry, but I really want Travis Hunter. I really want the Swiss Army knife. I want him to play.
Just commit to the rebuild and build around Malik Neighbors. That's all you got to do. And whoever this pick is going to be, whether it's Cam Ward, whether it is Travis Hunter, just build.
Or what if it's Shaziq Sanders or Sanders?
Should they're trying to kill his draft stock like crazy.
Dude, why? Why are they hating on this man for no reason?
Well, Deion's son. Also, they think he's overly confident.
So. Dude, if he doesn't go top 20, I swear to God, the NFL is broken. The NFL is freaking broken, bro.
Hey,
he's definitely a top 20.
Also,
3 years.
To be honest, it is a pretty weak QB draft class as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if only one quarterback got drafted in the first round. But yeah.
But Phil, what I'm saying is like they're killing his stock, and like if he doesn't go top 15, top 20, I'm top 10, bro. He's a top 10 quarterback. He could go 8. Like it's just
imagine if he falls to the Jets.
We take him. We really might take him. I mean, we have a quarterback right now, Justin Fields. So I'm excited about that. That's also something I want to talk about. I'm excited about Justin Fields.
I mean, honestly, before you go, it's a good situation for him because there's no expectations, and he has to play with his old college teammate. So
yeah,
apparently they're rumored to get Chris Olave as well. So we'll see.
And we got some like, you think so, Chris Olave?
I mean, there's reports. Yeah, Ohio State might as well.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I mean, yeah, there's no expectations of winning automatically because of what happened last year. Everyone's Jets stock is pretty much out the window. So you just gotta, like I said, 500, like you said.
Hey man, if you can make it to 500, that's a good season. But like, bro, Woody Johnson just raising tickets. He doesn't know how to field the team. It just, I mean, hopefully this is a good direction with our head coach. I think ever since they fired Salah last year, it's been hell. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm excited to see what's up. I'm excited to talk football with you again. This has been fun. Phil, your last words. Appreciate you.
Hey, also, WWE 2K25 is now out, so feel free to head over to our gaming channel. We're going to start uploading videos up there on it next week. And also feel free to tune into the Twitch, it's live right now. We're on. Later on tonight, I'll be live streaming, I believe, WWE 2K, because I think MLB comes out tomorrow. So I will be streaming MLB tomorrow. So yeah, the gaming channel is going to be very busy the next couple of weeks. So feel free to stay tuned, like, comment down, subscribe as well, and to put notifications on that channel as well. And hey, that's the pod for the week.
That's the pod.
So hey, just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and comment down below. Subscribe, put notifications so you know when we go live or upload videos, because I think we will be doing an NFL draft special, maybe like a first round mock draft. So feel free to stay tuned for that. Feel free to follow us on all the social media platforms to stay up to date with everything we do, and we upload content on the side as well, like thoughts between pods, like if any news happens or free agency stuff happens, I'll be there to break it down, etc., etc. Also, random filters and jokes you see on TikTok, like would you draft this guy, etc., random stuff. Also,
Phil, it's a game. as a game. We don't have to do it this week, but I've seen this 4 challenge, like these 4-tier challenge, like build like the best vacation or whatever, and you get $15 and you get like 5 options a piece, like from $1.
I've seen
to $5.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do it for like build your best Super Bowl or like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if you're down to do that. But like,
have you seen Bar Rescue?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think the owner of the guy who runs that show did that, like build your perfect bar, etc.
Oh, really?
Like, from food to drinks to atmosphere.
I'm talking about like there are these guys that do like weird facts or surveys or something that also do like sports, like that they were doing like tiering systems.
Gotcha.
But like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll check out the Bar Rescue guy. That guy kind of scares me because like when he yells, I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, someone has to be with the bars that he has to save. Someone has to be that voice of reason to push the people, the bar owners, to be more responsible, to actually want that instead of being, shitty bar owners they were before the rescue. But hey,
especially if they're getting stolen from or something, you know what I mean? Maybe that's when people deserve to get yelled at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially when they're thousands of dollars in debt and their bar's even shitty, that's when you need someone to yell at you. So yeah. Feel free to follow us on all our audio platforms if you love to listen to audio instead of seeing our wonderful faces. And hey, we'll be back next week. Stay tuned to figure out when and where. For me and John, hey, let's have a competitive NBA season. The playoffs are almost here, right around the corner. Under 20 games left. NFL free agency is booming right now. And hey, we will see you guys next time.
PJ Tucker is the key.
Oh, hey, give him some minutes. Better than Macau playing 40.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Deuces.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look, they say good days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless. Bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Back up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you for you. My mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of rap. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.